All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for the introduction of starters for this semifinal game. This game matches Bloomington Jefferson and International Falls. And now let's meet the champions of Section 5, the Jaguars from Bloomington Jefferson. In goal, number 1, Derek Anderson. At defense, number 4, Kelly Hultgren. And number 9, Chad Wells. Starting at center, number 15, Tony Bianchi. At wing, number 16, Sean Rice. And number 22, Dave Dahlberg. And the head coach of the Jaguars in his 16th season, Tom Satterdahlin. And now let's meet the champions of Section 7, the Broncos from International Falls. In goal, number 30, Joe Casaretto. At defense, number 2, Raymond Anderson. And number 22, Steve Crosby. At center, number 10, Ryan Millett. At wing, number 15, Clayton Barr. And number 20, Marty Olson. The coach of the Broncos in his 4th season, Terry Burns. Here are your officials for this semifinal game. The linesman is Rich Robbins. Your referees, Ken Quissel and Kurt Marino. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stand and honor America as the International Falls High School Band, under the direction of Donna Fredrickson, leads us in our national anthem.
Rochester John Marshall has already earned a berth in the state final. Will it be International Falls or Bloomington Jefferson completing the matchup tomorrow night in the state championship game? Bloomington Jefferson 23-3 on the year. They were winners last night in convincing fashion, 7-2 over Warroad. The International Falls Broncos 21-5, winners over South St. Paul in the opener, 4-2.
Chris, the most amazing thing to me is I look around the stadium with the kind of conditions we got outside. We've only got about 1,000 empty seats here, and some of those are accountable just for people transferring in and out, and we see people still coming in. I can't believe we've got that many people here under these conditions. So, you know, all these people want to see a good game. They're expecting a good game. I think we're going to see it, and that man right there is key because he's going to get tested with fellows like Millett and Olson, Beck and Barr. That's a good offense that International Falls is going to be thrown at him. But Casaretto, not feeling well, is going to have to shake the effects of the flu because The high-powered Jaguars are going to be coming at him all night long. Bianchi, Rice, and Dahlberg as an explosive line as you're going to see all year long. And it just was really something to watch Dahlberg and Rice take a lot of that offense last night. I thought they had outstanding games. And you know Tucker, 19 with over 30 goals this year, is going to be a handful. So it should be an interesting matchup. And the goaltenders are going to be tested all night. I think right now that we're going to see some real good opportunities early.
And the big line starts for Jefferson. That's Dave Dahlberg. A shot right on Casaretto in the first 5 seconds. Dahlberg had the game of his year last night with 2 goals and 2 assists. This line clicked for 11 points. Puck cleared around the boards by Ray Anderson. The front line for International Falls, Marty Olson, Ryan Millett, and Clayton Barr. That's Barr giving chase, number 15. He has the puck at center ice. It hit the official. Now they're in the midst of a line change right in front of the Broncos bench. And finally, it's cleared down by Olson into Bloomington Jefferson territory. We're in the opening minute of the second semifinal game. In center ice, it's Dan O'Loughlin clearing it inside the Jefferson zone. Now a pass on the far side for Sean Rice, failed to click, and he heads to the bench, and coming over is Jay Bengert. Bengert out there with Jason Schwartz, who centers it out in front, and up with it's Troy Hansen. He had quite a game, a goal and an assist in that victory over South St. Paul. Hansen working against Schwartz. Here's a loose puck. Bengert shot right on goal. Bengert had the 7th goal for Jefferson in the opener. Now Bros in for Tucker. He's a sharpshooter out in front. Casaretto down and has to make another save. Good pressure here by the Jaguars. It's Tucker into the corner for Schwartz. Jefferson trying to get this second line coming offensively, but it's broken up and brought out to center by O'Loughlin. Following up on the play, Joe Beck. And taken down is Ottinger. And now back out comes Jefferson to center ice. Here's Jay Bengert moving in. Checked at the last minute. Schwartz follows up. It rolls to the corner. Bengert taken to the boards. Kicks it free. Chris Tucker. He's being watched in the near side corner. We've played 2 minutes and 10 seconds of the first period. Still no score. At center ice, it's Sam Kearney knocking it in, and it's wide of the goal, but called on the offside.
Well, what a pace they opened up with. 3 opportunities for Bloomington Jefferson right away, and if Casaretto's got the effects of the flu, you sure can't tell it the way he's playing goal. You see some good opportunities by Jefferson. They had 3 outstanding opportunities, both those top lines getting them, and right here you see a good opportunity that as that pass goes across from Tucker to Bengert. Bengert played it smartly down and got a backhand shot away. Casaretto had to make the save.
Burns, Wise, and Ottinger are up front for International Falls. Sam Keeney and Ray Anderson on defense. Puck in the corner. Bill Swanson is out. Here's a stolen puck by Halverson. Almost stuffed it past Casaretto. At the point. Shot is off the target. Halverson fighting for it. He's knocked over by Ray Anderson. It comes back to the point. Shot is blocked. They'll get another chance. Here it is. That one is blocked as well. Good defensive play by Sam Keeney. And up with the puck is Tim Burns, the coach's son. At center ice. Halverson now with the steal, had 2 assists in the first game. His backhand handled easily by Casaretto. But right now, Jefferson has control. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
March Madness means 2 things: exciting action on the ice and winter weather outside. For complete weather updates throughout the tournament, turn to Weather Center 4, keeping you ahead of the storm.
We're going to take a look at the attempt by Chad Halverson as he cuts in towards the net. Number 7 gets a good backhand shot. Casaretto's really standing up, and that's what he's got to do to be effective. Keep his position, stand up, clear the rebound as he did there. Bloomington Jefferson coming out quick, and they're going at a good pace. Each of the clubs can skate, I think the Falls might have just a little more speed up front, but they're not getting a chance to use it because Jefferson had so much puck control up to now.
Tony Bianchi on the draw against the sophomore Millett, who wins it. Clayton Barr against the boards, and that's Ryan Millett, number 10, and he's impressed a lot of people in the last day or two, and in fact all season long. He's really made this number 1 line click for the Falls. Here's a chance for Bianchi. That hit a skate, goes to the corner. Puck at the point. Bros with the shot through traffic. It's loose in front. Casaretto, they score! Sean Rice, his 4th of the tournament.
Well, the key play on that goal was the shot from the defenseman, Jim Bros. 4 times Jefferson has had the opportunity to get the puck on net from the blue line. That's the first one from the blue line that got through. Bros gets it through, and you watch Sean Rice in front. He's ready to pounce on a rebound. Here's a slap shot, a rebound, and watch Sean Rice just get a backhander right there past the goaltender. He's going to put it up and over, and he gets the first goal of the game. Sean Rice, an opportunist last night, getting the hat trick, and he's right on the doorstep again to push Jefferson out to a lead. Right in front, he's getting some help in front as he's going for the rebound. He also had Dahlberg there tying up a defenseman, and he was able to put it away. But Jim Bros making a good play, getting a good hard slap shot right through. Rebound coming to Rice, and he puts it away.
Rice scores his 4th of the tournament, his 19th of the year from Bros, and Dahlberg gets another assist. That's his 5th point of the tournament. 3:35, the time of the goal. And it's 1-0 for Bloomington Jefferson, and Sean Rice leads the way in the points parade for the 1989 state tournament so far. Millett at center, dumps it down. There's Bros, number 10. His pass almost intercepted by Clayton Barr. In the center ice area, Bianchi takes a hit, and in they come. Olsen drops it. There's Millett with it. He dodged one check while he couldn't get away from Dahlberg the first time, and then rolls it in on goaltender Derek Anderson, and they hold it for a face-off. Bloomington Jefferson, the only team amongst the winners that have alternated goalies so far. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Preseason savings on top-quality Bryant air conditioning. You'll save up to $500 when you call Blaine Heating and Air Conditioning during this sale.
10:55 remaining in the first period. The Jaguars of Jefferson out to a 1-goal lead. 1-0.
Eric Peterson, Dan O'Loughlin, and Joey Beck up front for International Falls. Puck comes loose, cleared to the line and out. Sent right back in again. The defensive pairing of Troy Hansen and Eric Hebner for the Falls. And the puck out to center ice. There's Chris Tucker with it, and he'll dump it down into International Falls territory. Hebner up the boards to Joey Beck. He loses control. There's Tucker. Tucker trying to get loose. He's checked on the play by O'Loughlin. A shot right on, and Casaretto makes the stop.
Well, some good, strong puck control, both by Tucker and his line mate, Schwartz. Schwartz and Bengert give some size to that forward line, and I think that could be a telling effect when they're playing against Peterson and O'Loughlin. They're a little larger, they're both taller and heavier, and they're stronger on the puck. One thing the Falls are going to have to do is get the puck into the Jefferson Jaguar zone and put some pressure on the defense so that the transition coming out of the zone isn't smooth. And I think they'll get themselves some opportunities there.
From the face-off, Joey Beck hits the line, drops the pass for Peterson, and they called it on the offside. 10:16 to go, first period.
Joey Beck coming up ice, just make a little move before the blue line. You've got to gain control of the zone before you make that fake, because your wingmen are going. They don't know you're going to make that little dribble in front of the blue line, that little fake, and they just go offside. Get the blue line, then make the move.
Beck just rounding into form. He suffered a separated shoulder earlier this season as he brings it inside the line before being stopped by Kelly Hultgren. They say he's playing much better now, and here's a chance for Tucker, and his shot deflects to the corner. Ray Anderson around the boards. That's Eric Peterson with it. He dumps it ahead, and there's Joey Beck with it. Beck hits the line, being watched closely, and is checked by Jason Schwartz. Outside the line, and Peterson takes over there. Beck intercepts a pass in the center ice area near the end of a shift, and he'll head to the bench as he sends it back down into Jefferson territory. Jason Wise, Roger Ottinger, and Tim Burns are out now, but back comes Bloomington Jefferson, and it's Bill Swanson. With a burst of speed, he goes in behind the net. Swanson still with it. Now dumps it back of the goal. There's Halverson putting it in front, and Big Crosby's there to knock it away. Steve Crosby, the biggest player in the tournament, 6'3", 230 pounds. Now here's a chance for International Falls as Tim Burns tried to break in. Ottinger centers it, or at least towards the net, and Derek Anderson will cover up on the play.
Tim Burns, a fine centerman for International Falls. He's the coach's son. One thing about him, you wonder why he's so strong on the skates. Last night he took 2 defensemen, couldn't knock him down as he knifed through, and right there he just showed more of his strength. He bench presses 300 pounds. He likes the power lift. He's a very, very solid player on his skates. Hard to knock off the skates, and he likes to go right through the defenseman.
Say
he challenges him.
Say he squats 430 pounds, bench presses 300.
You could see the strength in his legs, just how solid he is when he takes a check.
His dad says he never says much in the dressing room. If you can bench press that much, you don't have to say much, do you?
One of the kids gets out of line, you just lift him up over your head a few times and quiet him down.
Here comes Tony Bianchi. The pass for Rice in, and he blistered that shot off the mark. This line is dangerous every time out, but now Ryan Millett has a chance. With Olsen, the centering pass goes off of Greg Treble, and they knock the net off the mooring as well, and play is whistled down, but that was a great 2-on-1 chance that went awry.
Well, it went awry because Treble played it very well. He stayed over enough so that Millett couldn't get that pass through, and he stayed in perfect position, never left his feet, and Millett carried it a little too deep, tried to get it across to Olsen, and all Treble did at the time was go towards Olsen, and if Millett wanted to take a bad angle shot on Anderson, he was happy to let him do that.
8.5 minutes to go. First period, 1-0 Jefferson as Bianchi, the leading scorer in Bloomington Jefferson history, centers it right in front. They score! And it's Sean Rice again.
Rice is going to think he's died and gone to heaven these last 2 days. He's just scoring goals in bundles. That's his 5th goal of the tournament. Again, set up by the man that Chris was just talking about, Tony Bianchi, the leading scorer in Jaguar history. Makes a great move around the defenseman and an outstanding backhand pass to Rice, coming in alone. Look at the way Dahlberg takes his man out of the play. Dahlberg coming back, he takes Barr away from the net right here. You see Dahlberg taking him away, tying him up. So Rice is all alone to make a move to his backhand, beat the goaltender, and the Jaguars jump up 2-0, 8:20 to go in the first period.
Well, by no means was Sean Rice the top goal scorer on Jefferson coming into the tournament, but right now he is the story. 5 goals, 20 on the year, and this line now has 15 points.
When you're on a streak like that, fellas, all you want to do is get around the net and say, give me the puck. Everything he shoots is going in.
2-0 Bloomington Jefferson. They were winners 7-2 last night, and the Falls have their work cut out for them. Ebner clears it to the corner. Going in after it's Eric Peterson, number 9. It comes to the point, kept in by Troy Hansen. As the Falls tries to get something going, Peterson, Beck, and O'Loughlin as they get a whistle with 7:55 remaining in the first period. And with the score, Jefferson 2, International Falls nothing. This is Hockey 89 live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
Just announced a buy now blockbuster from Chevrolet. 4.9 financing on many of Chevy's most popular cars and trucks. A Chevy blockbuster rate, 4.9, or choose cash back. Hurry, it won't last forever. It's your choice. Cash back or financing as low as 4.9 from Chevrolet. No matter which you choose, it's a buy now Chevy blockbuster. 4.9, now's the time at your local Heartland Chevy dealers. Hurry.
You're looking at Kelly Hultgren, who's going off for interference, and this will give International Falls the first power play of the evening. They're trailing 2-0, 7:55 to go in the first period.
Millett, Olsen, Barr with Crosby, and Joey Beck moves back to the point on this power play. International Falls 0 for 1 on the power play in the tournament, while Bloomington Jefferson killed both penalties that they took in their first game against War Road. Barr to Beck. Cross to Crosby. His shot is blocked, and Jefferson gets it down the ice.
Well, Jefferson has got a very aggressive penalty killing team. If you look at them, they go right at the puck area. Whoever has it, they've got a man shooting out at him. What happened off the face-off there, International Falls was still slow moving the puck, and he moved it back to the blue line, and they really had no room to operate. They've got to keep somebody down deep and try and spread that box apart and get Jefferson running around.
Bianchi and Swanson are the penalty killers, and that's Olsen with the puck. He's their big shooter. To Millett, passing behind the goal for Clayton Barr. Back to Joey Beck. Beck with the big shot. That's off the target. Olsen has it there. Centers in front. Millett deflected. Hit the side of the net, but that was close. Good play by International Falls on this power play as they try to get back in the hockey game. That's Olsen. Olsen takes a look, feeds Crosby. The shot doesn't get through. Olsen's there. Now Joe Beck had a man down in front of him, Swanson, so he passed off, and Bianchi gets it out to center. Beck quickly corrals it, brings it back in with 55 seconds to go in the man advantage. Beck cross ice, broken up by Treble. Treble takes his man to the boards. Both go down, and the puck slides to center. And we've got another penalty upcoming, and this one will go against International Falls.
Clayton Barr with an elbow is going to get called. He came in with a real heavy check there.
Minor 15 elbow.
Yep, it'll be Barr for elbowing, and that'll nullify the advantage that the International Falls had. Hultgren still has 45 seconds to serve as Hultgren's team, the Jaguars of Jefferson, are leading 2-0. Here you'll see number 15 come in real high with the elbow. Watch his check right here. He got him up high. He got Billy Swanson with the elbow, right elbow right into the chin. Referee on the spot. Face-off will come out of the zone.
6:39 left in the first period. And there's plenty of open ice now. 4 skaters aside. Beck, number 12. A smooth skating center iceman. He'll go to Brown next year, as will Joey Biondi of the War Road Warriors. Joe Beck across the line. Now passes it back. Anderson was thinking defense, which isn't a bad idea. Doesn't want to get caught up ice, but failed to take the pass. Sean Rice tries to burst in. He loses control of it. Against the boards, cleared free by Hansen, and around on the near side for Ray Anderson. Here comes Anderson, a senior. His brother played on the 83 team for International Falls.
He's only 5'7", 160, but he handles his position very well. He doesn't try and take you out physically. He just plays the body and gets in front of you.
Now Jefferson on the power play. They're 1 for 1 in the tournament. Shot right on Casaretto. And coming up with it is Eric Rasmussen, and he gets it out to center. There's Dahlberg on the ice. Jefferson moving back in on the attack. Chris Tucker is tripped up on the play. 50 seconds to go in the power play for Jefferson. Clayton Barr in the penalty box. They try to work it free. Hansen against Dahlberg. And now Jefferson has the puck. Here's Bianchi trying to center it out in front. Rice shooting it. Casaretto made the save as Rice is looking for the hat trick here in the first period. Rice again. Tees it up. No, he passes off. We've got another penalty coming up against International Falls. Rice shooting, and that one just grazed the post. Well, here they might want to get International Falls to touch the puck. They've got an extra attacker out. 2-man advantage. Here's Rice again shooting. Casaretto may have got a piece of that. Tucker behind the goal. I thought Millett may have touched it, but play continues. Rice to Tucker. Back it goes to Rice. Cross ice. Now Clayton Barr's back. Out in front it goes. Here's a shot. Casaretto got his glove on it. They still have possession of it. And with the goaltender out, they still have a 2-man advantage. Here it's centered in front, and Tucker just couldn't get a whack at it. Finally, play whistled down with 4:19 to go in the first period, and the Falls will take another penalty. With the score, Jefferson 2, International Falls nothing. This is Hockey 89 live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
Quality Lennox dealers. Since 1895, serving America's families with pride, commitment, value. Knowledgeable, skilled technicians, professional service, dependable, affordable year-round comfort. Today, the tradition continues.
See your Lennox dealer about a new Lennox air conditioning and heating system and get up to $400 cash back.
Your local Lennox dealer. Quality proven over time. Attaboy, Dave.
Jefferson has just demonstrated the best 30 seconds of puck control this tournament has seen. They had a power play opportunity. You see Sean Rice there. He had 3 shots, one at the side of the net, but they had a power play opportunity. The netman, Eric Rasmussen, was called delayed for holding, so they were able to pull their goaltender. They had 6 people out there firing that puck around. They had all kinds of opportunities, 3 shots on net, and weren't able to score.
Here's Hulkgren with the shot, deflects wide of the goal. Jason Schwartz behind. For Tucker, back to Schwartz. Rice is manning 1 point. He's number 16 already with 2 goals. Hulkgren on the side. The shot doesn't get through off the stick of Bianchi. Hulkgren now centers it in front, just deflected wide by Schwartz. On the near side, Tucker. Joey Beck and Eric Peterson, the penalty killers, but it's all Jefferson. Another shot. Casaretto under siege. Shots on goal, 13-3. Hulkgren, big shot. Knocked down in front, may have hit Schwartz, and finally, the Broncos get it to center.
It did hit Schwartz, and the Jaguars should just get that puck to Rice. If he keeps shooting, something else is going to go in from the way his luck's been. He's already got 5, and he's been around that net all tournament long. They should just try and get it back to him at the point and let him unload.
He hasn't had it yet on this man advantage. Let's see what happens as Bianchi carries. Back to Hulkgren. He takes a look. They're watching Rice, so they can't get him the pass this time. Hulkgren takes another look. Fires wide. Tony Bianchi. Hulkgren in front. Schwartz there. Bianchi moves in, and Casaretto got the blocker up just in time.
The Jaguars using a man to the side of the net, doesn't stand in front until a shot comes, and then Jason Schwartz just breaks for the center.
Schwartz whacks at it there, doesn't get through. 30 seconds to go in this man advantage, and the entire 90 seconds was played in the International Fall zone.
I think Tucker just ran out of gas there. He couldn't go for the loose puck. He'd been on for a minute and a half, and he constantly had the puck.
Here's Bengert to Halverson. Fresh legs are out now. Halverson is stopped, and Sam Keeney knocks it over the glass out of play. 10 seconds left in the Rasmussen penalty. 2:29 remaining in the first period.
And you're looking at Casaretto, who's got to be feeling tired anyway, but on top of that, he's suffering from the effects of the flu, and I'm sure that he's looking for any rest he can get. The Jaguars using a nice play, moving it around, trying to get it up high to a point shooter, and as he shoots, a fellow, usually Jason Schwartz, down off the side of the net, would race for the center and try and tip it.
Here's Halverson with the shot, just missed. Chris Edgar centers it. Puck is loose. There's Greg Treble, and now Rasmussen's back on the ice, so International Falls was reeling, but they are able to kill off the man advantage. And behind the goal it goes for Bill Swanson. Now Steve Crosby will take over for the Falls, and he gets it ahead. And finally, the Broncos are thinking offense. Olsen tries to burst in. He is knocked down. Clayton Barr takes his man to the boards. Here's Olsen with it. Tries to center for Barr. Olsen gets it again. Shooting. Anderson the stop. Rebound. Loose, and Anderson somehow got his glove on it. Best chance of the game for International Falls. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Getting bogged down in financing can put the home of your dreams out of your reach. Now there's help. Realty World and TCF.
International Falls getting their best chances. You see Olsen right here. He's going to flip one at the net, and the rebound's coming right down. As it does, his teammate comes right in the goal line. Timmy Burns trying to put it in, and you see Barr following up, hoping to pounce on that loose puck. But Anderson was able to corral the rebound and not give the Falls that second opportunity. Burns keeps winning those draws too cleanly. They come all the way out of the zone. He's going to have to station his men right. When you win them that well, if your man's in good position, he can get a good shot on net.
Here's Chris Tucker behind the goal. Looking to center. That one was cut off, and Hansen, the lead pass for Ottinger. And it was too far and slides down, and icing is the call with 1:23 to go.
Well, the Falls have got to come out of their zone a lot smoother than they have thus far. They've got some good forwards, people who can handle the puck, but they're not coming out hitting those passes as they were last night. Their outlet pass has been off the mark. They've been intercepted, or they've gone for icing, but they haven't had the good passing game going tonight that they had last night. Consequently, they're really not getting any offensive chances, with the exception of the last flurry that resulted on a Jefferson turnover.
Burns, Wise, and Ottinger are out for International Falls. Wise will move in to take the face-off. He's from Anchorage, Alaska. Transferred to International Falls. One of two players, in fact. And now the Broncos will move on to the attack. And this is Tim Burns moving across the line. And offside is the call.
Well, Jason Wise went offside there. There's no reason to go offside at all. He was going to straddle a blue line, come across it, but he just went right inside. He saw Tim Burns coming up the ice with a full head of speed. He knew he was going to go down and take the shot. And Wise, being ahead of the play, wanted to ride the blue line, but he was just careless, went offside. You can't give up opportunities like that. You should say, we just don't go offside.
Under a minute to go now, first period. Here's a centering pass, and Tucker robbed by Casaretto. What a save that was, and Chris Tucker can't buy a goal.
That was the best save of the tournament by any goaltender. He was just 10 feet out front, and he let go with a cannon shot.
Tucker has it again. 35 goals on the year. Drifting in wide of the net, and Eric Rasmussen trying to get loose. Bianchi is the forechecker, and now it's cleared down the ice. Sent ahead from Hultgren to Dahlberg. Dahlberg checked the first time, carries on, takes a hit from Clayton Barr. Now Crosby knocks it to the corner, and Ryan Millette comes up with it. Millette up ahead with a nice pass to Olsen, following up his Barr. 12 seconds to go, and once again, offside is the call.
Well, it was a good pass to Millette. Unfortunately for him, he was right in Hultgren's lap when he attempted to get the pass. Well, we'll take another look at the save. Watch his pass out. Look, right in front, 10 feet. What a save. That was just a bullet that Tucker let go, and just a reaction by Casaretto moving across the front of the net to the proper position, and that puck hit him.
Millette wins the draw back down into his own zone. And it's Sam Keeney along the boards, cleared out to Millette, but time is going to run out before they can get a scoring opportunity, and a big first period for Bloomington Jefferson. 2-0 the score. And considering the penalty situation, it might have been worse than that had it not been for the outstanding goaltending of Joe Casaretto.
That's the best period of hockey I've seen the Jefferson Jaguars put out. Even they played very well against Kennedy in sectionals, and they turned it on one period, but that period was complete domination, and they're dominating a good team. International Falls got here. They beat Grand Rapids 7-1. They played a very solid game last night to advance against South St. Paul, and here they are just being manhandled in that first period. The score is only 2-0, as you said, but Casaretto's the reason, because he had to make 6 or 7 quality saves on top of that. And when you look at the other end, there was only one good scoring chance for International Falls, so a complete dominated period by the Jaguars, and I think they're very hungry to advance. They seem like they were gelling as the year went along, and they certainly look like it right now.
Boy, they look good, and they're not helping Joe Casaretto's flu at all. Let's go down to sports control.
Looked like they played keep away there for most of the first period, and Joe Casaretto took that face mask off. Looked like he'd gone a couple rounds with Mike Tyson. That's kind of the effect that he had trying to handle Jefferson in that first period, Ralph.
Yeah, if pictures tell 1,000 words, that certainly was the case. He looked very, very ill, and as they said, it was certainly a domination on the part of Jefferson. Of course, our first game was very similar. South St. Paul had a 3-0 lead in that game. Before you knew it, in the third period, it was 3-2. So International Falls will have to make some adjustments in this one.
This is Hockey 89, continuing coverage of the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
We're back with another test of Chevy versus Ford. And this one you can do at home. Just load both trucks with eggs and lower something heavy down on them. You'll see that Chevy has these notches that let you do double-deck loading. You'll see that Ford doesn't have any notches. That's why we've had a change of heart about pickups. With Ford, you can bring home the bacon. With Chevy, you can bring home the bacon and the eggs.
The heartbeat of America, that's the Dave Chevy truck.
I rock all across the country, and wherever I go, I see people getting healthy. Yeah, there's something they know. They know that milk's got the vitamins and protein too. So get some milk in your health kick, whatever you do. Come on and kick, 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 health kick with milk. Come on and kick, 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 health kick with milk. America's favorite health kick, milk.
Get on a health kick with milk.
I ate a lot of stuff because it was chic. I mean, I ate raw fish because it was chic. But steaks and burgers, they make me happy. And I like being happy. I got a taste for some real food.
My friends, they dragged me to this really trendy restaurant, you know? I didn't know what to expect. I didn't expect roast beef. No, roast beef. So what? Does this mean I've been trendy my whole life?
I got a taste for some real food.
The glacial lakes of South Dakota are filled with beautiful campgrounds and family recreation. The glacial lakes are also filled with some of the finest northern pike and bass lakes in the Midwest. To find out more about South Dakota fishing opportunities and a chance to win a free fishing weekend with Tony Dean on Lake Oahe at Mobridge, call 1-800-843-1930 or write South Dakota Tourism, Capitol Lake Plaza, Pierre, South Dakota, 57501.
Bloomington Jefferson is a third of the way home for a possible date with Rochester John Marshall. A nice Saturday night date here at the St. Paul Civic Center for the state championship. Leading right now 2-0.
Tony Parker came down with a little laryngitis. Remember last night he had the bad pipes? Well, he is not with us tonight. He's enjoying the game.
Get well, Tony.
Watching via television somewhere in the snow out there. And right now, Tom Hanneman, with good voice, is standing by down on the ice. Tom?
I second that. Get well, Tony, because only you can do these things right. We're going to try here, though, with Donna Fredrickson, who is the leader of the band here for International Falls. How many folks came down for the Falls for this tournament, would you guess?
60 band members. Oh, people? Practically all of International Falls. I think we called the high school yesterday, and I think they only had a couple hundred kids in school. So that's, you know, most of the student bodies down here.
Well, it's a good thing they left when they did, because they wouldn't be able to get down with this snow, huh?
Lots of snow. I didn't come 300 miles south to have snow.
Well, it's here, and we also would like to hear, as long as we're talking about your band, who you have worked so hard with, let's hear a number, if you will, please.
Okay. Holly Holy.
Holly Holy.
Favorite. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pure energy from the International Falls band.
Who did that? Who did that?
Oh, that's your Arab. Thank you.
Live from the St. Paul Civic Center, this is continuing coverage of the highlights from the first period of play.
Oh, the rink was tilted in Jefferson's favor.
They didn't clean out that end with the Zamboni.
I guess they did.
Period.
Sean Rice, what a tournament. 4th goal here. 3:35 in the first period. Jim Brose set it up, and Sean Rice, number 16, did the damage. And he wasn't through, Ralph.
No siree. Number 16 again after a nice move by Tony Bianchi along the left side boards there. 8:20 left in the first period. 5th goal of the tournament. Incidentally, if you're interested in such things, the record is 15 goals by John Mayasich in 1951.
Falls did have an opportunity after killing off a couple of penalties. Derek Anderson comes up big, though, stopping Marty Olson and Tim Burns. That was Falls' really only good chance in that first period. Anderson with only 5 saves. You saw the toughest one he had to make. Joe Casaretto, seeing pucks in his sleep tonight after that first period. 14 quality saves. You saw the save, as Lou Nanne described it, perhaps the best of the tournament, stopping Chris Tucker. Otherwise, it could have easily been 4-0 right now. So Falls actually has to feel pretty good about going in the locker room trailing just 2-0 right now.
As Louis says, that is enough to make you sick. There's enough saves as Casaretto made. Can you believe that Sean Rice has 5 goals? He's scoring every time you turn around. Well, I'm looking at the record, 15 by John Mayasich in one tournament.
20 all year for Rice. He's got 5 already in 2 games.
25 now on the year. Well, now this is live continuing coverage of the 1989 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
It's a decoration celebration at Menards. Save 50% right now on all Berkeley and other pre-pasted wallpaper in stock. Choose from over 200 beautiful patterns on sale now at half price. Tile Pack ceramic tile is on sale too. Save on rich mosaic tiles with web backing for easy installation. Now just $1.59 per square foot. Decorate, celebrate, and save at Menards.
We're helping you build America's heartland at Menards.
Red Baron.
Red Baron Pizza, microwave singles, an unexpected pleasure.
Used to be, when investors got into the stock market, they could almost plan on things going one way. But unfortunately, things don't always come out as planned. So if you're looking for an investment you can count on, come to TCF for a variety of insured savings plans that offer a guaranteed rate and keep yourself well covered.
It's Jefferson 2, International Falls nothing at the end of the first period. Rarely do they gain attention on the ice, and when they do, it is usually from an angry crowd. They are the referees of this tournament, 15 of them selected by the State High School League. For refs, obviously, it is an honor to be picked to work this tournament. As much a thrill for the refs as it is for the players. Tonight, these are the uniforms for an attorney, a cop, and an accountant. For that, they will be paid $85, but it is not the money they're interested in.
Now, this is just a big thrill for any official to be working out here.
Before they hit the ice, they lay some ground rules for the teams.
Let's get them down, we'll get them down, and we'll play. Have a great game, guys. It's just a great thrill for everybody. Okay, guys, let's just have a great one, okay?
Bill Cronschnabel has been refereeing for 14 years, a commitment of 3 to 4 nights per week during the season.
10 white, minor for cross check.
They're as much a part of the game as the players.
9-17-7. Nice goal, guys.
Okay, thanks.
Good period, guys. Well, they should have all the jitters out of them now. They do. But they played, Warlord played better the last part of the last half of the period, I thought. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's have another good one.
Bill says he learned to love the game rather than the team. It's his way of staying impartial.
Well, I think it's just something you learn over a period of time. You don't necessarily have favorite teams.
Referees like to think that they're human too, and they know that senses can dull faster than blades on ice.
You can't work a good game every night. And some nights you're just not sharp. Your signals aren't sharp. You seem to miss things.
They won't get any trophies, any victory parties, any applause. But refs like Bill aren't skating for that anyway. They love a sport called hockey, and they watch it from the fastest seat in the house.
Right away, Dennis. Nice game. Real nice job. Let's go.
That is a thrill for those guys, and I guess the best compliment you can pay to them is when no one pays attention to them, that you don't even realize they're on the ice.
Don't recognize they're there, yeah.
That's right. Well, McDonald's restaurants in Bloomington are sponsoring a fundraiser this month to benefit Bloomington schools. You can have the opportunity to win free prizes, too, just by entering the contest. Details are available at any of the 4 Bloomington McDonald's. And send over a couple of Big Macs. We got a couple hungry guys up here.
Yeah. We'd also like to say hello to some of our outstate people that are watching us on KCCO television, Channel 7 up in Alexandria, as well as KCCW television, Channel 12 in Walker. KDLH television, that's channel 3 in Duluth, and the many cable systems that pick us up off the satellite. Welcome to the tournament. I know Lou Nanny, who is a worldwide traveler, tells us there's always someone says, hey, I saw you on the satellite.
We got a lot of calls before the tournament from friends living all over the country wanting to know how to pick this up on the satellite. We've had people call us from Saskatchewan, from Florida, from everywhere in the United States and beyond.
And Louis is saying places like Tahiti, Hawaii, Jamaica.
All places he hangs out.
That's where he hangs out.
That's right. Live from the St. Paul Civic Center, this is continuing coverage of the 1989 State High School Hockey Tournament.
Behind the car, you'll find a special kind of care.
At Blue Cross Blue Shield, caring keeps us a step ahead of a changing world.
This plan has the flexibility people want.
The research highest heart-related see the trend toward shorter hospital stays.
And what's even more important, you may not always see the care behind the card, but you can't miss the feeling it brings.
The care behind the car.
Of all the reasons why American farmers take care of the land, one stands apart. One reason why farmers till the earth in ways that conserve precious topsoil. One reason why farmers protect the quality of our water. Because today, the American farmer knows his land will someday be his land. Brought to you on behalf of the American farmer by the makers of dual herbicide.
Panasonic Video. All on sale. 3 days only. At Best Buy. Panasonic televisions and VCR. Panasonic camcorders. All on sale. All on sale. Thursday through Saturday. Best Buy's 3-day video sale. Top name brands on sale at Best Buy.
Here's some news the Noid won't like. Domino's Pan Pizza. Thick, chewy crust smothered with cheese and toppings and delivered in 30 minutes or less, guaranteed. Sorry, Noid. Call for Domino's Pan Pizza. Nobody delivers better.
Big news from Domino's Pan Pizza. Call for our Pan Pizza meal deal. A Pan Pizza with 2 toppings and 2 servings of Coke, just $8.95 plus tax. Call your participating Domino's Pizza store today.
Winter storm warnings continue through the night. We'll have full details after hockey.
It's 2-0 Jefferson over International Falls after the first period of our second semifinal game tonight. Elsewhere, earlier today was Rochester John Marshall winning that game, and we're going to go up to Lou Nanny and Chris Cuthbert. Lou, you're going to show us what Jefferson's been doing right and how it's been working for them.
Well, one thing that International Falls has been doing is they got too many people in the same place. If you look right here on the telestrator, you have 3 guys here, 1 here, and 1 out here. Now you've got 5 guys, and all International Falls has to do is, or Jefferson has to do, is move the puck as they do here back out front, and they're getting good opportunities. Here's the most dangerous man, yet you'll see the Falls release and chase behind the net when there was no need to do that. You just want to roll that ahead. You see all of a sudden, now you've got the Jefferson man all alone in front. Good thing that he got help by Olsen came back to help out. Otherwise, and there's Tucker missing the pass across. Otherwise, he had point-blank shots. You know what happens when you try and do too much, you do less. You got to take care of your own and not be caught up trying to do too much. And what we had there was Jefferson just moving the puck around the outside, and International Falls all chasing it. 5 guys too close, and the Jefferson Jaguars had a great deal of territory to operate within.
Sean Rice from Jim Brose and Dave Dahlberg at 3:35. Rice again at 6:40 from Tony Bianchi. 2-0 after 1, and we begin the second period of play. International Falls trying to get back in the hockey game. They have their big line out. Ryan Millette, Marty Olson, and Clayton Barr. But here's Dahlberg barging in, cut off at the pass by Ray Anderson. There's Rice centering it onto the stick of Sam Keeney, and ahead they go. Millette hits the line, past one man. Olson's out in front. Clayton Barr moved in, knocked his man flat. But back comes Jefferson, and this is Bianchi. Here's Sean Rice to Dahlberg, marching in, scores! And the big line's done it again.
Boy, they come out every period like that, Chris, and what a 3-way passing play that was. Everybody moves the puck. Bianchi to Rice to Dahlberg, and each fella, Bianchi and Rice, made the play at the proper time, so they took their checkers deep and dropped that pass out to Dahlberg. He was just able to walk in. Look at Dahlberg home free all alone as Bianchi takes one man across deep. Rice had already taken the other to the left, and a good shot by Dahlberg, who's having an outstanding tournament, puts the Jaguars up by 3 quickly, 14-24, remaining in the second period. And a three-way passing play by the Jaguars. Bianchi to Rice to Dahlberg, and Dahlberg with the goal gives them a big lead.
Excuse me, Lou, but that Dahlberg shot appeared to deflect off defenseman Sam Feeney's stick into the net, so Casarato kind of victimized without a chance on that one. 36 seconds of the second period, and Dave Dahlberg scores from Rice and Bianchi, and it's 18 scoring points for the big line for Bloomington Jefferson. Here come International Falls, a chance right in front as they bang away at it. Derek Anderson, the goaltender's gone down, and they rule play dead after a glove pass deep in Jefferson territory. Like your thoughts on Tom Satterdahl's decision to alternate goaltenders. He's the only one that's done that among the championship side teams.
Well, he's done it all season long, so it's nothing new, and I guess he feels that he can just go with the one that's got a hot hand if he gets to the final game, knowing that he's got confidence in each of them if somebody doesn't look sharp and he has to make a goalie move.
Beck, Peterson, and O'Loughlin. That's Beck behind the goal. O'Loughlin out in front, 14, and there's a shot. Anderson makes the save. He goes down in a scramble, and finally Jefferson comes up with a puck, and back down ice they come. There's a shot from a bad angle. Bengert on the other side lost his balance. Kept in by Treble momentarily. Now O'Loughlin at center just fails to get loose, and it's dumped in by Eric Peterson, and back to get it Greg Treble as International Falls makes a line change. Lead pass for Tucker at center ice. Here's a chance now for Bengert. Schwartz and Tucker moving in, and Tucker got all tied up, couldn't get a shot away. Cleared back in by Treble, in behind Casaretto. Up with it, Troy Hansen to center. That play was broken up as Ottinger couldn't get loose. Crosby taken to the board by Chad Halverson. Number 7, Halverson trying to get it loose, and it goes to Ottinger. Around on the other side, Swanson, the forechecker for Jefferson, gets there first. Clears it around the boards. Pinching in's Jesse Carlson. Puck goes in the air and now comes outside the line. Halverson sends it right back in. That would have been offside had it gone in. But now play is whistled down. We have a break in the action, and we'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Christian Brothers, hockey sticks made by hockey players who know that accuracy, dependability, and quickness really count. Join the shift to Christian Brothers, America's stick, made in Hockeytown, USA.
Well, they had to call the offside on that. That one deflected off Carlson's helmet, almost went between the legs of the goaltender Casaretto, but wouldn't have counted because it was offside. It was a little slow on the whistle because the linesman had lost sight of the puck going through the air, but it did hit Carlson right in the helmet and bounced right through the legs of the goaltender.
Sam Keeney taken against the boards. That's big Clayton Barr on the far side. The lead pass broken up and cleared back in by Bianchi. Good example of his hand-eye coordination as he picked that one out of the air. Now Barr back inside the line to Olsen. Olsen couldn't get a shot away. Moving in, there's a shot off the target. Now the big line led by Hulkern's pass to Dahlberg into the zone. Dave Dahlberg is watched. Rice knocks it free for Dahlberg behind the goal. Bianchi had it cut off in front by Keeney. Now Bianchi gets it again behind the goal. Rice parks himself in front. Back it comes to Carlson shooting. That was blocked. He'll get another chance. The shot deflected by Bianchi wide of the goal, but play is whistled down, and Marty Olson has been injured, and he was shaken up on the play and will get attention. With the score, Jefferson 3, International Falls nothing. This is Hockey 89, live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
Well, what can we do for you?
My name is John, and
I'd like to explain. When you go to some banks to borrow money, the way you're treated is almost criminal.
What do you want the money for?
Well, I'd like to buy
What makes you think we should give you the money?
Well, I thought you were the ones who had it. What is this?
Just sign it.
What?
Escape to TCF. We'll give you an answer within 8 hours on all kinds of loans.
How long will it take?
We'll get back to you.
We're taking a look at the leading scorer for International Falls, Marty Olson, getting up off the ice. He blocked that shot at the blue line, and he's going off gingerly. I'm sure it's a little sore right now, but I don't think he's going to miss too much time.
What an all-purpose guy he is for International Falls. Co-captain of the hockey team, leading scorer, quarterback on the football team, catcher on the baseball team.
He better not miss too much time, because with the Falls trailing 3-0, 11:52 to go in the second period, Chris, he's the man that's got to get him back if they're going to get back. You see him coming out, and here's a shot coming from the blue line. Carlson's going to take a slap shot. He falls to block it. Look at him get it right in the ankle.
Yep. That shows you something, though, when a leading scorer on a team is the guy going down to block shots. It really says a lot for Marty Olson and what kind of player he is. He edged out John Brill of Grand Rapids by 1 point to win the Iron Range Conference scoring championship. You don't see many leading scorers blocking shots like that, and we hope to see Olson back in the game quickly. 11 minutes, 40 seconds to go, and Derek Anderson's taking no chances, and he covers up for a faceoff.
International Falls is not playing their game. They're not making a short, quick pass, the outlet pass. They're trying so many long passes that even when they get control, they're right on the doorstep of the defenseman of Jefferson. They can't do anything with it. They've got to come as a unit. They've got to come out of their zone with shorter passes and come on the move so that they're coming up ice 3 abreast and can use their speed, because they do have speed to go outside the Jefferson defense, but they're not in position to use it since they're almost stopped in front of them waiting for a long pass.
There's Greg Treble clearing it to an open wing, and up with it there's Dan O'Loughlin. He's taken to the boards. Beck clears it in, but right onto the stick of Jay Bengert. Bengert cross ice for Treble. Treble with the lead pass, and it's Chris Tucker on the move. Tucker in behind the goal, takes a look, feeds the point, throws with the shot, knocked down in front. Up with it there, Eric Peterson. A lead pass for O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin skating down against his man Treble. They both go down heavily into the boards, and it's Bengert clearing it to center, and some body contact on that play as Tim Burns took Bengert down. Now it's Tucker back inside the line. He can't get loose. And up with it, Jason Wise with a burst of speed. He was checked. Now it's back in. Jefferson on the move. Here's Swanson back and scores!
Swanson picked up that loose puck and broke towards the net. And as he just laid a backhand shot, he handcuffs Casaretto. It's almost flipping through the air. Casaretto trying to cut the angle back as he's backing into the net, falls into a V, and that puck goes right between his legs. You'll see Casaretto trying to come back. He's out far, cutting the angle. Now look at as he's backing up. It's just going to hit him on the side and go into the net. It wasn't a hard shot, but you see how far Casaretto now, as he slides back, he's just looking for the pass across, falls, and it hits him. That's the weakest goal he's let in. Not a good goal, but a big goal for Jefferson, putting them up 4-0.
Swanson's 7th of the year at .427. Kelly Hultgren gets the lone assist. That's just the second goal scored by Jefferson outside of their top line. But this Swanson's been a plugger throughout, and full credit for his goal. And it's 4-0 Bloomington Jefferson. Back comes Swanson again. One of 11 returnees on this Bloomington Jefferson team. It was in the state tournament a year ago. Puck comes loose to Edgar, feeds the point, a shot right through by Hultgren, stopped by Casaretto. Now it's Crosby. Up ahead it comes, and down ice comes Tim Burns. Burns hits the line. Knocked off the puck, and Swanson clears to center. Here's a burst of speed by Edgar, trying to get around Crosby. Crosby has him tied up. Now it's right in front of the goal, and Halverson almost stuffed it in. Good stop there by Casaretto. In the corner, they try to dig it free. It comes to Halverson. Dahlberg's out there as well. He goes down. Halverson still with it, looking to center. Bianchi can't get the shot away. Casaretto made the save, but Bianchi really fanned on that and didn't have much wood on it.
And Jefferson's winning all the battles along the boards. They came out with the puck there twice. Once they had one man against three, and the other time 1 against 2, and each time their man came out with the puck.
9:15 left, second period. They may be the only Metro team in the semifinals, but they're certainly exerting their power in this one, as they did against Warroad in their opening game. There's a shot, good save by Derek Anderson, as Marty Olson's back on the ice. That's good news for the Falls. The Jaguars work it out to center ice. That's Sean Rice with it. Up ahead to Bianchi. He was stopped. Olson can't get by Dahlberg. Now they check Dahlberg, and Olson takes over with Millette and Barr. Olson hits the line, drops it for Barr. His shot blocked by Greg Treble. Ray Anderson couldn't keep it in, knocked it back in the zone, but that's offside, and there's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
It's hot. It's here. It's Twins preseason baseball, and it's only on Midwest Sports Channel. Join us Sunday at noon when the Twins play Houston exclusively on MSC.
8:27 to go in the second, with the Jaguars out in front 4-0 and playing this game in a different gear than International Falls right now.
And I'm sure Rochester John Marshall, interested observers of tonight's game. They're already in the state final. Here's another race for it, won by Jefferson, and the backhand by Schwartz. He really got under that. It went over the glass and out of play.
Well, you know, he was trying to put it upstairs. The goaltender was coming across, but he did have just the upper corner to shoot at. There's not too many places you can put it. He tried to put it upstairs in the net. He put it upstairs in the building. Went right over the glass and up pretty high, so the face-off will come out of the zone. You're looking at Casaretto right now. He's already faced 21 shots.
Here's Bengert going after the puck, beats Anderson to it. Chris Tucker in the corner. Boy, Jefferson will be really scary if they get Tucker scoring as well. He was their leading goal scorer during the year. Joey Beck sandwiched out of the play. Jesse Carlson with a nice defensive play. Beck loses his helmet. He'll have to head to the bench.
Well, if I were a betting man, I would bet that Tucker's going to put some points on the board before this tournament's out. He's too good a player not to.
Bengert ahead to Schwartz. He tries to dump it in, cleared back out of the zone. Now Jefferson sends it deep in, and they call it on the offside, and Keeney pushes his man down, and I think the Falls may be getting a little frustrated with the score 4-0 midway through the hockey game.
Well, you can't blame Keeney for that, for getting frustrated. He knew it was offside, and so did Tucker. And Tucker figured, I'm not going to skate all the way out of the zone. I'm tired. I'm just going to hit him right here and get the whistle. So Keeney says, you took a free one at me. I'm giving you one back. So neither one was called. The offside's outside the zone.
From the face-off, it goes to Halverson. Halverson tries to fall on it, then sweeps it in behind the goal. It's picked up there by Swanson, the latest goal scorer for the Jaguars. There's a shot from the point. Casaretto made the stop. Now it's cleared ahead as Burns was looking for Wise. That was broken up. Jefferson clears it back into the zone. 7:05 to go. Second period, 4-0 Jefferson. Here comes Burns hitting the line. Nice move. The shot just trickled through, and Anderson steers it to the corner. Wise after it there. He's got it loose in the corner. Number 17. Wise centering it in front. Loose puck. Ottinger, the backhand, hit his teammate with it. It's still free. There's a shot, and a good pad save by Anderson. One of his best of the game.
What a great shot by Jason Wise right from the slot area. Just turned and let go, and Anderson made an excellent save on that one.
Under 6.5 minutes to go, second period. It's 4-0 Jefferson. They've outshot International Falls 22-9. Olson behind the goal. Broncos putting on some pressure here. Here's Olson right in front, and Anderson another big stop. The Broncos putting on their best pressure of the game. Now back down the ice come the Jaguars. Halverson to Bianchi. His shot deflects wide. Moving up is Wells with a shot. That's off the mark. Bianchi feeds the point. Hultgren clears it to the corner. Bianchi fighting forward against Rasmussen. Puck comes clear for Dahlberg. There's Rice behind the goal. Bianchi clears it to an open wing. And International Falls, Olsen gets it to center ice. Here's Barr. Just moving in ahead of the play was Millette, and now he goes to the bench. On a line change, offside is the call, and there's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
There's something you might want to know before you decide to smoke. Like drugs and alcohol, an addiction to cigarettes is hard to shake.
.5:34 to go. The Jefferson Jaguars leading here in the second period, 4-0. And I'm a little surprised, Chris, that we haven't seen the fourth line of Jefferson yet. I would think we're going to see him pretty soon, just to give the other forwards a rest. They're going at such a furious pace. I think a little rest can be used.
Here's a chance now. Joey Beck going behind the net, shooting, hit the side of the goal, and the International Falls fans react. They thought that was in. Well, Joey Beck has been skating much better in the second period, and the Falls starting to create some chances, but they're down by 4. Pass off the boards. O'Loughlin hit hard, and we'll have a penalty as Hultgren knocked O'Loughlin down with 5 minutes to go in the second period. With the score, Jefferson 4, International Falls nothing. This is Hockey 89, live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
Here's the long and the short of it. Automatic transmissions in full-size pickups. At your Ford dealer, they're short on automatic transmissions. Even when they look hard and find one, it cost you over $850. But your Heartland Chevy dealer, we're long on automatics. Matter of fact, Chevrolet now gives you the automatic transmission, no charge. A $795 savings. So put it into overdrive. All new full-size pickups with these savings won't last long. At your Heartland Chevy dealers.
Cully Hultgren just serving a 2-minute penalty for interference, getting the second penalty of the game, and International Falls trying to get in the scoreboard now on a power play again, trailing 4-0.
The Falls with Olsen and Crosby playing the points, and there is Swanson knocking Olsen off the puck. Bianchi just dumps it in. They are the penalty killers. Bianchi and Swanson for Jefferson.
Swanson's given him some good play the last 2 nights. His line of Edgar and Halverson has really come alive since the middle of the second period in last night's game.
Crosby pinches in deep. Here's Joey Beck with a backhand shot. That was blocked in front by Jim Brose. Brose is down. Puck still loose. And Jefferson out of the crowd knocks it to the line, and a high stick by Ryan Millette, and that'll bring the face-off all the way down into the International Falls zone. 4:22 left, 1:22 remain in the penalty.
Well, Brose blocked that shot, and then he let it get away from him. He might as well just sit on it and get the face-off. He got away with one there, because when it comes free, people like that Olsen that you're looking at, very dangerous when they're around the net and there's a loose puck. They pounce on them, goal scorers do it, and they put them away. Millette's got to use his head on that. Even if you knock the puck down, it's better to have it go all the way down and you got control. Now you might lose the face-off. When it's over your shoulder, you know if you touch it down and touch it, the face-off's going to come all the way down. You might as well try and play with your hand or go back and get it.
From the face-off, Rice gets possession, now loses control, and it's Beck turning. Number 12. He's been one of the best players for International Falls tonight. Joey Beck hits the line, works his way in. Now he'll try and set it up to Crosby. Beck down deep, takes the return pass. He's tied up there. Crosby now with the shot. That deflects into the corner. Eric Peterson is out with Beck. Beck centering it, and it went onto the stick of Bengert. Beck wins it back again. Peterson trying to help out as they double team the Jefferson player. Puck comes out in front. Anderson clears to the corner. And now Peterson has really hit on the play. They maintain possession, however. Tim Burns back to the point. Olsen, shot is blocked. Boy, Jefferson's not letting them get a good shot on goal.
That's right, Chris. They're a very aggressive penalty-killing team, and I just love it when they do that.
And here's a breakaway for Bengert. Moving in, Jay Bengert, he shot well wide. He gets another chance right in front. Casaretto with the save. So the two best scoring chances on this power play go to Bengard of Jefferson. Now back they come. This is Clayton Barr. Millette is open, and the backhand shot goes into the corner. And now Jefferson's back at full strength, doing a good job of killing that penalty. Here comes Kelly Hultgren with the shot, just off the target. Clayton Barr turns up ice. His brother Clinton is a goaltender at Bemidji State. Long lead pass cut off by Hefner. And now play whistled down at the International Falls blue line on the offside.
We were noting Jefferson's aggressive penalty killing team, and I like when teams are aggressive on the penalty killing, and I love it when it's a high school team. And the reason why, you've got to make the opposition move the puck quickly, and when you're a high school team, it's even harder for you to move it quickly and move it accurately. It causes turnovers. It doesn't give them a good chance. They've got to have excellent pinpoint passing, crisp and quick, in order to break you. And when you're effective like that in Jefferson, you're not giving them any chances unless they make that perfect play. High school teams that are aggressive killing penalties probably, I would say, far and away have the best penalty killing record.
2 minutes, 31 seconds to go. Second period, 4-0 Bloomington Jefferson. Hoping to move on to the final against an old Section 1 rival, Rochester John Marshall, who've already claimed their berth in the state final tomorrow night.
This is the best game that we've seen the Jaguar defense play. They are not allowing the Falls players to get in the zone very easily. They're standing up at the blue line. They're getting good help from their wings coming back so they can stand up. And when they stand up like that, they're just able to poke check those long passes away from the Falls forwards.
Kelly Hultgren back into his own zone. Wells with a giveaway. Here's a chance to score! Eric Peterson capitalized on the giveaway, and the Falls are on the board.
Well, when you cause turnovers in the zone, that's when you get opportunities. And a turnover there is going to result in an unassisted goal because Eric Peterson gets that errant pass and just puts it away right over the shoulder of goaltender Anderson, putting the Falls on the board with 2:08 remaining. Look at this. An errant backhand pass right to Peterson. He just takes it, snaps. He gets a good screen in front as O'Loughlin was coming out of the corner, and that cuts Anderson's view of Eric Peterson right here. See that? Cuts his view for a second. Actually even bumped his shoulder into Anderson's chin, and that just makes him move enough. And there's the shot by Peterson, and the goal for the Falls, 4-1. Good screen by O'Loughlin. Excellent shot by Peterson.
Eric Peterson will be the captain of the football team at International Falls in '89. He's also a hurdler, but right now the man who has scored the first goal for International Falls against Bloomington Jefferson, his 6th of the year, makes it a 4-1 game. Let's see if that's the spark that International Falls needed. Might have been a bit in awe of this Jefferson attack, the way they dominated in the first period.
I'm sure they had some second thoughts the way the Jefferson team did come out.
Here's a loose puck in front. They score! 2 quick goals. This one by Tim Burns. And we've got ourselves a hockey game.
Tim Burns is really quick. And his quickness right there allows him to get to that loose puck right in front of the net and put a backhander down low past the goaltender. He's got excellent quick feet, great balance as we were talking about earlier. Watch him come out in front here. Just beats the man to the puck. Comes right around the defense and watch him elude the man coming out of the corner. He sees the puck coming out front by Ottinger and he pounces on that loose puck. Great quickness around the net and quick hands, and the Falls striking quickly close the gap to 2. Jason Wise will also get an assist on the play, but right there, a good shot by Tim Burns.
Burns from Ottinger and Wise. Burns 9th of the year, and those goals come 20 seconds apart. 1:48 left, second period, it's 4-2, and International Falls is back in the game. Sam Keeney, up ahead it goes, kept in at the line by Greg Treble, and now Keeney goes back in the corner. Around the boards, Anderson couldn't reach it the first time. Now up with it's Halverson looking to center for Jefferson. They have to be reeling a bit. Casaretto with the stop, and then the puck bouncing off the goalpost. So Jefferson coming close to answering that flurry of goals by the Falls. At center ice, here's a loose puck chased by Jason Wise. Wise takes his man to the boards. Puck is loose and now knocked to center. Anderson falls down. Cleared back in by Chris Edgar with under a minute to go in this second period. In a game that has changed its complexion dramatically and quickly. At the point, moving in, Carlson, Bianchi the shot, and that was ripped high off the glass. Jefferson now trying to put on some pressure. Hultgren tried the glove pass. That didn't work, and now it's out at center ice. Rice, left wing feed for Bianchi. Slides down behind the goal. Bianchi just dumps it into the corner. There's Marty Olson. He sends it away, looking for Clayton Barr at center, and it rolls down into the Jefferson zone. 20 seconds to go, second period. Here's Barr. Olson's in front. Can't get him to pass. Goes by Crosby as Rice was taken down hard. And here's a 2-on-1. Bianchi moving in. And his pass rolled through the crease. Dahlberg on the other side to Bianchi. And that will do it for period number 2. But how this game changed very quickly. 20 seconds. And International Falls not only scored once, but twice. Cutting the lead in half. It's now 4-2.
Well, the figures on the board tell the story. You look at the Falls, they've got 2 goals and 12 shots, and Jefferson 4 goals and 24 shots. At the end there, Eric Rasmussen made a great diving play to stop Bianchi, because that would have been just crucial, a goal with 2-3 seconds to go. Bianchi in that 2-on-1. But International Falls now got a great deal of life. They got more jumping or skating. They feel better about themselves and about their capabilities. They're jumping on loose pucks. They're passing the puck better. And they had Jefferson reeling there, Chris, as you said.
I got the impression watching International Falls midway through the period that after Swanson scored, they were watching. And then they got a spark, and they're very much back in the hockey game as we go down to sports control.
Chris, I was talking to Russ Welch, the South St. Paul coach who lost to International Falls last night. I said, what really impressed you the most about this team? And he said their quickness. And being down 4-0, you use those words, cliche word like pride, but what a way to come back. And so they got to feel pretty good as you see the Falls players going into their locker room right now.
I wonder how you explain that. When you're down 4-0 and all of a sudden in the middle of the game, actually, you're picking up and your legs have more spring in them. I don't know. But the fat lady was tuning up. It was 4-0. Now all of a sudden we have a hockey game and it's 4-2.
And this is Hockey 89, continuing the coverage of the State High School Hockey Tournament.
When you've applied for a loan, the first thing you want is a fast answer. The last thing you want is to wait. And wait. And wait. And wait. Escape to TCF. We'll give you an answer in 8 hours on all kinds of loans.
The care behind this card started over half a century ago.
Good morning. Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Today, that caring continues. Listening, learning, working together.
This Blue Cross report confirms what we're doing in the therapy.
And helping you keep the doctor you know and trust. You may not always see the care behind the card, but you can't miss the feeling it brings.
Behind the card.
Good stuff.
Low prices.
Good stuff.
Low prices.
Good stuff.
Low prices.
Okay. Okay. Low prices.
And good stuff.
Can't beat that.
Did you know you can brew more brew here than in Milwaukee? Because NSP electric rates are lower than Milwaukee's. You can light more bright lights here than Hollywood. Because our electricity costs 17% less. You get more wind here than even Chicago. Because NSP rates are 37% less. In fact, our rates are among the country's lowest. And that's a good place to be. Creative energy. NSP.
International International Falls, the pride of Section 7 after that big win over Grand Rapids to get here, coming back strong in the second period, now making a game of it, trailing 4-2. Jefferson's line of Dahlberg, Bianchi, Rice continue their onslaught here. Dahlberg's third goal of the tournament, 18 points for that line, 3-0 at that point.
Well, then the second goal outside of that Bianchi line comes through here as number 14, Bill Swanson, puts it home, and it is 4-0 for Bloomington Jefferson.
Good vision by Eric Peterson, intercepting the pass. Nice screen. There's the wrist shot, and Falls is back in it at 4-1.
And only 20 seconds later, number 17, Tim Burns. Great feed from Roger Ottinger. And all of a sudden, it's 4-2. And we, as we said, have a hockey game. Nice backhand.
Number 7 there, Tim Burns, who's a very strong man. He can bench press 300 pounds. There's the saves, Ralph.
Casaretto now has 20. He wasn't quite as busy that period. Anderson had 5 in the second period and a 2-period total of 10. So Casaretto has been the busiest.
Mentioned no fluke, the offensive display we saw by Falls. I watched in that Grand Rapids game against a team that everyone figured would be here in Grand Rapids, and Falls showed that kind of offensive display throughout that game.
Well, I'm told that the Rapids has 6 or 7 bona fide Division I players.
Yeah,
and any team that can knock them off and look as impressive as they did in 7-1 win has to have something on that team, so they do have talent.
Live from the St. Paul Civic Center, this is continuing coverage of the State High School Hockey Tournament.
You've seen those Chevy versus Ford tests, right? We came up with one of our own. Half-ton 4x4s, best available tires, driven at the same identical speed right through this 18-inch deep ditch. Now, this is a real control test, so don't you try it, because you'll damage your truck. That's a Chevy with torsion bar suspension, and that's the Ford with twin traction beam suspension. And you can see why we've had to change a hardened pickup. That's today's Chevy truck.
She's the girl of my dreams. She taught me what real love means. You can't beat it. The feeling you get when your love is the real thing. Hi, Daddy. Can't beat the feeling.
Coca-Cola Classic. You can't beat the feeling.
Eradicate is workable without making more trips across the field.
How'd it work for you, Ken?
My dealer applied the Eradicate, and we worked it in with a soil finisher. Saves us a trip. I was real surprised at the performance we got because it was so dry. Eradicate does a real good job on the foxtail.
Hey, Jack, how about you?
This is my first year with Eradicate. I sprayed it on unworked bean stubble with a combination tillage tool. It's a lot less work. I've made up my mind. Eradicate's better than Dual.
Eradicate is workable. See your dealer.
Red Baron.
Red Baron Pizza, microwave singles, an unexpected pleasure.
After 2 periods of play, semifinals here at the Civic Center tonight. International Falls trailing 4-2 to Bloomington Jefferson. And in International Falls, hockey is really more than a sport. It is a tradition. A tradition at least one woman we found takes very seriously.
Hockey is really what I really like.
For Rose Matthews of International Falls and her grandson Michael, coming to the state hockey tournament is a family tradition.
When I started coming down here, I started coming with my 2 boys, and then my boy was in the state tournament for 3 years. We took the state title, and then my grandson got old enough. We had quite a time that first time getting his mother to agree that he was old enough to come down. And so once we broke the ice, he just kept coming. You can get these shorts, they go with it. Look how nice you look on the golf course.
The bonding of this hockey duo began when Michael played the game as a youngster.
She followed me through hockey since squirts and peewees and bands. And she's traveled everywhere. She's driven us all the hockey games. And it doesn't matter if it's 90 below and the car won't start, she's still there.
I came down with Casaretto's.
Yeah, that was, you weren't connected up with us yet.
No.
Although Michael now brings his friends along on the trips, the time he spends with his grandmother is still very special.
You know, each year we did it, and it was just kind of a tradition to have our time together. We keep each other straight, look out for one another.
For Rose, hockey is a vital part of her life, so much so that family members tease her about her love of the sport.
So one day I was going out of the house, and it must have been about 20, 25 below, and she said, "Mother, when you die, we're going to see if you've got a hockey puck for a heart."
Oh, there's so much more to this game than the game itself, isn't there?
That's tradition and a lot of love. This is Hockey 89, continuing coverage of the State High School Hockey Tournament.
Everybody knows that milk's for babies, charming, disarming, whatever they do. Everybody knows that milk's for babies. Wouldn't you know it, baby? Milk's for you. Soft baby skin, strong baby bones, a bright baby smile, and ooh, great muscle tone. Wouldn't you know it, baby? Milk's for you. It's a health kick, baby.
The following retailers would like to remind you that spring is just around the corner.
Funky. I know you're gonna dig this. Nasty. Hey!
I always get caught in these trendy restaurants and I want a hamburger. But how do you order a burger when they're pushing radicchio? So I just breathe deep and I think, what would Lauren Bacall do?
I got a taste for some real food.
When I have a taste for a burger, that's what I order. If it's not on the menu, I glare at the waiter and say, improvise. Then I purr.
I've got a taste for some real food.
Used to be, when investors got into the stock market, they could almost plan on things going one way. But unfortunately, things don't always come out as planned. So if you're looking for an investment you can count on, come to TCF for a variety of insured savings plans that offer a guaranteed rate and keep yourself well covered.
Traveling this winter? Call 330-9020 weekdays.
Yes, it's that time again. Every year, we send out Tom Hanneman to do a funny story. And, well, let's see what he's come up with this year.
At the State High School Hockey Tournament, we bring you great goals, solid saves, and sights you won't see on any other channel. What is this man doing with a vacuum?
Everything that my boss tells me what to do, I gotta do.
My philosophy is much like Mike's. I do anything my boss says. And once again this year, I heard, "Hey, Tom, Hanneman, go do one of those funny stories."
Over the years, I've done a lot of these features, walking around the Civic Center, trying to dig up some of the humorous events that go on here at the tournament.
We've seen pretzels on parade and a whole group of interesting folks.
Working down here about 4 years, it gets crazy at times it's all right.
You had any days off?
Wednesday I had 1 day off, but the rest of them I've been working during the shows.
So 1 day off in the last 4 years?
No, I mean for the tournaments while they were going on.
Oh, I see. But the key to this kind of story is a surprise ending, and we've had a couple.
Well, we tried our best. But the conclusion we reach is that as exciting and entertaining as high school hockey is here at the tournament, it's really not that funny. People here are only interested in watching good hockey. Certainly there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to force the issue. This is just not a funny tournament to be at. So once again, we have tried but failed in our attempt to come up with something funny here at the hockey tournament. But there is one element you can always count on here at the Civic Center this week. That, of course, is plenty of excitement. And it's not just for the high school fans either. This tournament brings out the kid in everyone. Tom Hanneman, Hockey 88. So how can we top that? Well, to be honest, I can't. About the only thing I haven't done at this tournament is, well, dress up like a cheerleader. And, oh, no. I'm sorry, there is no way I am going to dress up. Hey, I'm not going to lower myself to that kind of a sight gig. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. I told you there are certain things that I just will not stoop to, even for a funny piece. I'm sorry. Television is an incredibly glamorous occupation, isn't it?
I don't know. Ralph and I wanted to see you in a skirt, Tom. We're a little disappointed. We'll still give you a 9.
The man's been locked up in this building too long, for heaven's sake.
The only thing funnier, I think, would be watching Lou dig out tonight, dig that Jaguar out of a snowdrift.
I don't have it. I got the Bronco. Remember that?
He has a lot of people helping him do that, Chris. Don't worry about that. Third period coming up, guys.
Well, we're just going to show you the way the Jaguars were killing penalties there. Look how they are so well balanced. As soon as that puck's turned over, this man will react. As he goes to him, he's taking care of the point, and this is the most dangerous area. If there's anything wrong, he just should take a look at that man. But watch as we run the play, how everyone's in proper position. No loose men at all. And this is why the Jaguars are giving International nothing whenever they're killing the penalty. Roll that tape and just see how everyone reacts. They're very aggressive killing penalties. See how he goes right to that puck carrier? Everybody's reacting. All you see are Jaguar people in the screen with the exception of the one man up high, but he's taken out. And the Jaguars, with that effective penalty killing team, certainly doesn't give the opposition any time to move that puck or any freedom to get some good shots. So very, very aggressive on it. Well, 4-2, third period, 15 minutes of play unless the International Falls team can tie it. And the Jaguars looking very strong thus far, but started to reel in the last 3 or 4 minutes of that second period.
The big line starts up front for Bloomington Jefferson, Dahlberg, Rice, and Bianchi. And they move it into International Falls territory, but quickly the Broncos break out, and here they come over the line. Millette drops the puck. And it was broken up by the Jaguars. They try to send away Tony Bianchi, and a good defensive play by Troy Hansen to stop that. Here's a loose puck as Anderson misplayed that rolling puck towards him, and it almost cost the Jaguars a very quick and costly goal early in the third period. Crosby is pulled down. Puck slides outside the line, and now back comes Jefferson. Rice from well out. Casaretto has some trouble, but holds on for a face-off.
Well, temper's getting a little high there. Schwartz was going to the net. Troy Hansen took him out. They just did a little shoving as Casaretto held on to that puck. International Falls gets an opportunity, but you know, Sean Rice had dropped the stick. He's late coming back in the play. Watch him here, 16, and he's the one that picks up the loose puck. Normally, he'd have been over in the wing, but as he was coming out of the zone when the puck was turned over, he dropped his stick. And so by the time he picked it up and turned around, there was a loose puck, and he went right to it and got it out of harm's way.
From the face-off, it's Dan O'Loughlin on this near side. Beating it up ahead. That was broken up, and Crosby will start again. O'Loughlin, Peterson, and Beck are up front. For International Falls, Beck crashes into the boards. There's a shot right on Anderson. 2 good saves. So the Falls knocking on the door again. Back the other way it comes. Loose puck, and Peterson backhands it over the glass and into the International Falls bench area. But that was close. It's 4-2 Jefferson.
The Broncos from International Falls are starting to show the kind of stuff that got him here. That's the kind of tournament game that was expected from them after they beat Grand Rapids 7-1. Here's a good shot from far out, and the save is made. Rebound kicked out, but a lot of help in front by Bros. Gets that puck cleared away.
In tournament play, Bloomington Jefferson 7-0 when leading after 2 periods. Hultgren dodged a check. They cleared outside the line, and there's Anderson with it. Ray Anderson tries to bring it back in. He is stopped. Kelly Hultgren takes a look. His pass intercepted by Wise, and now it's whistled down. 13-17 to go in the third period. 4-2 for the Jaguars.
Well, the Jaguars wanting to get an insurance marker right now. I'm sure they feel if they can get that next goal, that might be enough to deflate the Falls. The Falls, on the other hand, really smelling blood. They're getting some opportunities, more than they've had at the beginning of either of the other periods. So they've got to be feeling a lot more confident now than they did early in this game.
Ottinger bumps his man, but he went down on the play, and now it's cleared out to center to Bill Swanson. Swanson goes after it against Anderson, takes his man off the puck. It's loose, and the Jaguars are up with it. Halverson dumps it back into the corner. There's Swanson. Edgar's out in front. Finally, Wise, rink wide, gets it out to center ice for the Broncos, and now up over the glass and out of play. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Domino's Pizza. Try our new pan pizza, delivered in 30 minutes or less, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly, and you're watching Channel 4, the Twin Station.
12:42 remaining in the third period. Jefferson out in front of the Falls, 4-2.
From the face-off, raked back over the glass and into the stands.
The key here, Chris, Ryan Millette's line has got to neutralize Bianchi's line at the least. At best, he might even be able to get a goal, but they have to make certain Bianchi's line does not get on the board anymore.
Millette, Olson, and Barr. And again, we're having trouble getting play resumed here.
You see Bros play the puck with his hand, actually grabbed it and threw it. I've seen more of that in this tournament than I can recall seeing, when people actually grab the puck and throw it, and they've all been getting away with it. It's something, it's a little risky. You better be certain when you're handling that puck. Just knock it down.
Dave Dahlberg bumped on the play. Hebner just gets rid of it. Treble dumping it down into International Falls territory. Dahlberg giving chase. He bumps Troy Hansen. Dahlberg battling for it. He's a big guy in there, scrapping away along the boards, but so is Hansen. And Hansen stands his ground and gets a face-off.
And a lot of help down deep by Ryan Millette. The center comes back down. Dahlberg's a big man, and he's giving Hansen all he can along the boards, and they're both fighting for the puck. But when you're in deep in your zone, you need your man to be there to help out. And Ryan Millette was back deep. He's only a sophomore, but what a future he's got in hockey. He's a very, very clever hockey player. Good skater, good puck handler.
Tonight's paid attendance, 15,795. In the arena, 11,272. So we have 4,523 snow shows tonight. The tournament total now, 65,101. That, of course, down from last year because of the storm. And I'm sure that even more people watching on television this year because the storm has kept a number of fans away. Here's Sean Rice for Dahlberg. Dahlberg barging in front. Passaretto with the save. Dahlberg tries to knock it free. Kept in by Bros, and now Crosby has it. Rink-wide pass, and down the ice they go. Here's a drop for Clayton Barr, and he rolled the shot wide. Olson on the near side. Centers for Barr. Can he get a shot away? Knocked to the point, and Eric Rasmussen can't keep it in. Rasmussen at center. Clears it back into Jefferson territory, and International Falls makes a line change. 11:04 to go, third period. In after it's Eric Peterson. He has one of the Broncos' 2 goals. In fact, this line now coming out has clicked for 2. Back in his own zone to get it is Sam Keeney. A junior defenseman has some trouble with it. Keeney trying to fight off a couple of forecheckers. Jason Schwartz now with it. Schwartz being watched by Ray Anderson. Gets some help from Joey Beck. Beck can't get it past Schwartz. Out of the scrum now comes Beck. Left wing feed. That was cut off and sent back into the zone by Kelly Hultgren. Here's an intercepted pass and a shot by Baker. Passaretto the save, and one off the rebound, 2. Close call there.
Passaretto kept his feet just perfectly, be in perfect position to stop that rebound.
Back comes O'Loughlin in the middle. They score! Joey Beck, and it's 4-3.
What a quick wrist shot by Joey Beck. O'Loughlin with a perfect pass across the middle as Beck's breaking at the top of the circle. He gets it on his stick, and he let go with a real quick wrist shot. Watch this up high. Didn't take long, just snaps it right off, past the defender, up over the glove of Anderson. And the Falls with a big comeback, closing the gap from 4-1, now trailing 4-3. 10:05 remaining. Excellent pass by O'Loughlin. He'll get the assist. And Joey Beck with a big goal. Beck having a good night, as you were talking about earlier, Chris. Fine hockey player going to Brown. He and Biondi. They're going to have a couple of clever centermen there. And the senior center brings him back within one.
His 15th of the year. What a wrist shot it was. They're 3/4 of the way back. Down 4-0. It's now 4-3, and you can bet the Broncos will step up the tempo now. How will Jefferson react? That's an interesting question. We'll see. They have to be thinking right now as Wise feeds it in. There's a shot blocked by Treble. Big defensive play because the Broncos were on the attack. Ebner breaks up that Jefferson rush. Jim Brose on the near side. He can't get loose. Now it's Bill Swanson. Right now, Swanson's goal is the difference in the hockey game. Brose, rink wide. Halverson's check. Out there, it's Ottinger, Wise, and Burns for International Falls. There's a chance now, and a shot, they score! Halverson on an innocent-looking shot, but he found the corner.
That puck just came free in the scramble, and Halverson, with some tenacious effort, just pounces on it, and he lets go with one motion. Casaretto, I don't believe, was ready for it. It does catch you inside of the pipe. A good shot, a good place. And watch this. As the puck's coming through from Edgar, he just gets his stick on it, even though he's being checked hard by Burns, and he gets it away in the far side and pulls that 2-goal margin back for the Jaguars. A good effort by Halverson, and he and Swanson and Edgar have really been playing very, very good hockey since the middle of that first game in the second period yesterday. And they've been paid off now with a couple of goals. Halverson's the 5th goal after his line mate Swanson had got the 4th goal early in this game.
That's Chad's 12th goal of the year. His dad was a star in Roseau back in '65 and '66. And now Chad Halverson has his moment. He's had a good tournament, as you can see. And a story developing now that the big line isn't carrying all the load for Jefferson, because that third line has clicked for 2 important goals that stand as the difference in this one. 5-3, Jaguars lead with exactly 9 minutes to go in regulation time. Puck cleared around the board. Sean Rice up ahead to Bianchi. Well, we asked the question, how will Jefferson react to that 3rd goal? They reacted quickly. And now let's see if that 5th goal for the Jaguars has taken the starch out of the International Falls comeback. Been an interesting hockey game. Olsen tries to come out at center. Sean Rice is there. His clearing pass hit Big Crosby. Crosby to the line, 230 pounds. Steve Crosby, tough to move off. There's Beck with a shot right on, and the linesman rules it had come outside the blue line. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Preseason savings on top quality Bryant air conditioning. Save up to $500 off the already low prices at All Season Comfort in New Brighton. Call today.
Well, the Falls continuing to battle, even though Jefferson pulls out back in front 2 goals. The Falls are keeping the pace up, and they're going after Jefferson again here, trailing 5-3, 8:14 to go in the 3rd.
Jason Schwartz gets it to center. Chris Tucker overskates it, but Schwartz follows up. Now it's center. There's a shot just drifting wide of the goal off of the stick of Bengert. In behind the goal is Schwartz. Schwartz looking to center. There's Tucker. And Casaretto went down and got a piece of it. Boy, Tucker's been snake bit so far. He's a great goal scorer that just hasn't been able to find the mark yet. Puck cleared down the ice. Icing is the call with the score. Bloomington Jefferson 5, International Falls 3. This is Hockey 89, live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
It's the super sale at Menards, and we're having a decoration celebration. Dutch Boy Confident Latex paints are on sale now. Confident flat paint has a velvety flat finish and 6-year guarantee. Now just $5.88 per gallon. Confident Semi-Gloss gives you scrubbable, washable walls. On sale now for just $8.88 per gallon. Hurry in for savings on Dutch Boy paints at Menards.
We're helping you build America's heartland at Menards.
Jefferson 5, Falls 3. Edgar against Burns on the faceoff.
From the draw, the Broncos come up with it. Cleared outside the line for Jason Wise. Wise with a nifty move. Clears it inside the line. Chad Wells sends it back into the center ice area. And there's a backhand pass that goes over the glass and causes a bit of a scramble in the seats for the souvenir puck.
And as it was going over the glass, Burns was back checking Edgar 21, and he hit him with a pretty good check and sent him flying. That's Jason Wise, the fellow that made that nifty little move at center. I've always wanted to try a move like that during a hockey game.
I thought that was called a Nanny Rama or something like that, no?
Thought he was close.
Here's Wise centering it in front. It goes all the way to the line, kept in by Burns momentarily. And now skating down ice is Chad Wells, the defenseman, with a shot. Casaretto just got his glove on it. Good rush by Chad Wells, the junior defenseman. Chris Edgar keeps it in the zone, backhands it into the corner. Bill Swanson's had a strong game. He's forechecking, but Swanson goes down, and Anderson has the puck. Up ice they come. Anderson give and go, and now he just shoots it down the ice because he's looking for a line change as fresh troops come over the boards for International Falls. And icing the call against Jefferson with 6:36 to go.
Had they connected on that pass, Hultgren to Bianchi, they were away. International Falls had gone for a line change, and there was nobody at all. The only two people on the right side were Bianchi and Dahlberg.
Well, you see the big guns. Olsen and Millette have not clicked tonight yet. They're out there now. Here's Millette stealing. Tried to shoot, but he was knocked down before he got it away. And back down the ice comes Jefferson. Dahlberg, Rice, and Bianchi. 19 points in the tournament for that line so far. Here's Olsen. Drops it off for Barr, working in. Anderson makes the save and sprawls to do it. Here comes Sean Rice, one-on-one. Rice tries to get around Hansen, but a good defensive play by Troy Hansen, stopping the leading scorer in the tournament. Puck cleared off the boards, but kept in. Bros with a shot. They score! It rolled right to Chris Tucker, and he breaks his mini scoring slump. And they've doubled the score on International Falls.
Well, we were wondering how long it was going to take Tucker to score, because if there's something you had to worry about if you were the Falls, it had to be Tucker after all the goals he's got. But Bros with that shot off the side, Dahlberg will get the initial assist, and Tucker isn't going to get much easier goals than that. He's standing all alone at the left side of the net. You'll see that puck just coming. Here's Dahlberg's feed back to Bros. Now Bros just lets fly with that shot, and it's going to hit off Dahlberg's skate. Look, it go right to Tucker. You see Casaretto was playing the shot, and it just hits the inside of Dahlberg's skate, and you're going to carry him right to Tucker on the right side of Casaretto. He's all alone. He's just going to knock that puck home. Not too far, not too hard. Right in the empty net. 6-3, the Jaguars with 5:50 to go.
Well, they've been tough to come by for Chris Tucker, who had 37 coming into the tournament. He'll take that one. And it's now 6-3. Tucker from Dahlberg, who gets another point. And Jim Bros, kind of a pinball goal, but Jefferson will take them any way they can get them. In 6-3 for the Jaguars, who are strengthening their hold on that other spot in the final tomorrow night. Here's a chance, and they score again.
Coming right around the net, Jason Schwartz steals that puck, comes around from behind the net, and just puts it by a beleaguered Casaretto right now. because he's had 34 shots. Now they're trailing 7-3. Schwartz should get that unassisted. He comes right around the net, steals the puck, and just puts it by Casaretto. We're going to have a goalie change now because Casaretto was feeling the effects of the flu, and Friesen's going to replace him. Look at Schwartz, steal that puck, come around, and just put it right into the net. So we're going to see Brad Friesen come into the net now, changing for Casaretto. Here's where Schwartz steals it, right behind the net, wheels right around, nothing to do with it, put it in the net.
Goals 26 seconds apart. Schwartz with his 12th of the year, 7-3. And Brad Friesen comes in as we take one more look at the final goal past Casaretto tonight. Tough night for him. Jason Schwartz, the senior winger, with the 7th goal for Jefferson. Well, it may be 7-3, Lou, but I think International Falls deserves a lot of credit. They were down 4-0. Were, for all intents and purposes, out of the hockey game midway through the second period, but they battled back, made it very interesting. Got it to 4-3 before the Jaguars started roaring again.
I think that goal by Chad Halverson was the difference, because right away the Jefferson came right back and pulled that lead back to 2 goals.
Well, it was 4-3 for 48 seconds, and then Halverson struck, and Jefferson hasn't looked back since. There's a shot from the point, and Carlson whistled that one by the net. Cleared in by Hultgren. The Jaguars dominating now. Schwartz with the back pass. It comes to the point. Hultgren banned on it, and out they come. It's O'Loughlin down the left wing, centering pass, and Beck couldn't catch up with it. At least I presume that was a pass on the 2-on-1. The puck just sliding by the net.
I think you're right. He just tried to flip it over the fella's stick right to him, but it just got a little too high in the air.
The Falls digging after the loose puck. Ottinger in the corner. There's Ottinger at the side of the net. They knock it free. Back to the point. Hansen winds up, and his shot off the mark. Here's Hebner. Backhand pass. A good one out in front, and that one was blocked. Great chance there, and a good defensive play by Jesse Carlson to block the shot. Here's Troy Hansen. That shot doesn't get through, and finally the Jaguars relieve the pressure. Icing is the call with the score. Jefferson 7, International Falls 3. This is Hockey 89, live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
The 1989 Chevrolet Celebrity, all dressed up without running up the price. $11,870 at your Heartland Chevrolet dealers. The 1989 Chevy Celebrity, $11,870 after a $1,000 rebate at your Heartland Chevrolet dealers. Celebrity, on sale now.
You're looking at Brad Friesen, who has replaced goaltender Casaretto, who got beat for 7 goals, but Casaretto had to make 34 saves, and he also was suffering the effects of the flu. It wasn't his fault that Jefferson is in the lead right now, 3:46 remaining.
Here's a backhand steered aside by Anderson. Tim Burns coming out in front, and he rolled that backhand through the crease. Burns has had a strong game for International Falls. He has been a spark plug tonight. Rink-wide feed on this near side for Jason Wise. In the middle, here comes Burns. Burns stopped up by the Jefferson defense. Puck at the line, and now out Chris Edgar. Sends away Halverson. He can't get loose, and following up offside on the play is Bill Swanson. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Getting bogged down in financing can put the home of your dreams out of your reach. Now there's help. Realty World and TCF.
Well, Jefferson looking at the clock, knowing that they only have to kill 3:16. They're leading 7-3. They should advance tomorrow night against Rochester John Marshall.
Our statsman and spotter upstairs, Dan Allen, has just talked to the assistant coach of Rochester John Marshall, Scott Monsrud, and he tells us that as of right now, Eric Means will play tomorrow. And that's good news. And there's a chance for Marty Olson, the backhand wide. We'd just like to say hi to the Rochester John Marshall players who I'm sure are watching tonight. Congratulations on your win earlier today, and all the best tomorrow. It promises to be a very interesting state final, and with Means in the lineup, it makes it all the more interesting.
Well, I think it's going to be Rochester's going to have to forecheck the way they did against Edina and play a disciplined game the way they did against Duluth today, because Jefferson is a very solid, strong team. They've got some good potential up front to be explosive. With that Bianchi line, you know Tucker can score. Now the way Edgar's line's coming across, they have got to stay on him and check him ferociously to keep him off that scoreboard.
2 minutes, 37 seconds left. And they call the offside.
The perfect thing, though, Chris, I think each of these clubs is peaking at the right time. Rochester's got a streak going that's the longest in the state of wins, and Jefferson just seems to have been reaching their peak in the last 10 days. And it's nice to see two teams on top of their game, two extremely well-balanced hockey clubs playing for the state title, and that's what we're going to see tomorrow night.
Here's Bengert moving down. Schwartz breaks for the net. The shot. Friesen makes his first stop, and that was a tough one. Chris Tucker goes down in the corner. Schwartz digs it free. Back to Tucker. Tucker can't control it. And out it comes. O'Loughlin feeds in the middle to Beck. On the right side for Peterson. Peterson cutting in. Anderson down. Loose puck. And the Jaguars come up with it. That was a close call. Tucker back the other way. Following up, there's a shot just wide of the mark as Wells pinched in. Wells has done a little bit of offensive movement off that defensive post tonight, and
Yes,
he could be dangerous. He's a junior player, but he looks like he's got some confidence offensively.
As a matter of fact, Chris, I think you're right. He's the only one of the defensemen that really moves with the play at all. Whereas when you look at John Marshall's team, you know Means is going to come, and you know Zomlik is going to come. They come as well or better than any defenseman have in the state since Housley. They like to come up with the play. Well, and also Olam. Olam was great at that. You also look at Olam as being a forward. He could do both. But Rochester has got that asset. And they're going to have to use that. That man, they're going to have to bring those people, because Jefferson defense does stand up that blue line very well.
Jim Brose back to get it in his own zone. He's being watched. Clears it around the boards, and out it comes. Chris Edgar. A right wing feed for Swanson didn't get through. Edgar follows up, and it's called on the offside. But this has been a key line for Jefferson tonight.
It certainly has, and I think that they're getting stronger as the tournament goes on. One thing Rochester John Marshall might note, when Jefferson comes out of their zone, they come around the boards a lot. So if Marshall takes away those boards from them tomorrow night, they're going to give Jefferson in that area. That's where Marshall has a little bit of advantage, because Zomlik and Means move the puck so well and beat you. They can beat you with the puck. Whereas Jefferson is a little more programmed to coming out around the boards. You take that away from them, and you're going to give them some problems in their own defensive zone.
Last year, Bloomington Jefferson were third-place finishers, beating War Road 5-4. This year, they'll be going for the big prize as they get a face-off in International Falls territory. And there you see the time remaining. Bloomington Jefferson and Rochester John Marshall have never met before in a tournament game, let alone the final. And I guess they were old rivals back in days gone by in the 70s in the same section.
Well, that should make for an interesting final, because they both got good programs. Jefferson has got one of the more outstanding programs in the state now. Jefferson Kennedy, their bantam teams, midget teams, and my teams have been getting stronger as the years go on. And Rochester for a long time, John Marshall, since they've been here in the 70s, has had a very consistent hockey program.
Under a minute to go in this semifinal, as the puck cleared down by International Falls. Icing is the call. Well, they won't be able to repeat those tremendous accomplishments of the 1960s, but International Falls has done well here, and there'll be more hockey for them tomorrow as well. But a team that won in 57, 62, 64, 65, 66, and 72 will have to wait another year for the state championship.
Well, they've got a lot of young players on a team. 11 from the Bantam team 3 years ago. They were runner-up to Izetta. So they've got a good chance to be back here.
What an era that was in the 60s. To win 59 consecutive games is just unbelievable. And another face-off as the puck goes into the penalty timekeepers area. 38 seconds to play, and there's a youngster that will be a big part of International Falls in the years to come.
Yes, he will. And we're seeing Jefferson's fourth line out here right now. Ryan, Olsen, and Hertz getting a shift and getting some play.
Here's Millette, and oh, he took a big hit there. Ryan Millette bounced up. To his credit, boy, he was hit hard by Chad Wells. I think Wells is telling Coach Tom Satterdahl that he wants more ice time in the final, and now Wells takes a hit in return. And play whistle down, and we will have a penalty and a charging call against Clayton Barr, who says, I was just protecting my teammate who got the same kind of hit, but he'll go to the penalty box with 13 seconds left.
Well, I can understand Barr being a little upset. Millette did get hit on a nice check by Wells, but Wells did come from 4 or 5 feet, so Barr thought he was going to do the same thing to Wells, only did it right in front of the referee, and with 13 seconds to go, Bloomington Jefferson will be in the power play. 7-3, the Jefferson Jaguars over the International Falls Broncos. Shots on goal at this time, Jefferson out shooting Broncos 37-17.
Last time Bloomington Jefferson was in a final was 1981 when they beat Irondale 3-1. And thanks to a great performance from their front line, and I think more balance tonight than we saw against Warroad, they are headed for the championship game again. 4 seconds left, and everybody that's cheering for Jefferson now standing at the opposite end of the ice behind goaltender Derek Anderson.
They're almost the only ones left in the building.
There's a shot on goal from the face-off, and the countdown's over, and Bloomington Jefferson joins Rochester John Marshall in the championship game.
Well, the Falls came out and tried to make a game of it early in the third period to close the gap to 4-3, but a big goal from the third line of Jefferson Jaguars that has been getting steadily better since the middle of last night's game proved to be the difference. That just seemed to cut the momentum that the Falls had, pull the Jaguars back in front 5-3. From there, the Crews went to 7-3, and now they're going to go against a solid Rochester John Marshall team, which should make for a very exciting, interesting state final.
They have been a very impressive hockey club. Bloomington Jefferson scoring 7 goals in each of their first 2 games, 7-2 over Warroad, 7-3 this evening. I think more impressive tonight because all 3 lines clicked for goals. Chris Tucker finally broke his little slump with a goal. The big line was dominant again, and as you mentioned, that third line really came to the fore, and that might be one of the edges that Jefferson has going into the final. But on the other side, you look at Rochester John Marshall, and they've got those great defensemen that maybe equalize all of that.
Well, it should be make for an interesting game. However, if I was Rochester, I'd be worried about one man right now, and that's Chris Tucker. He's only got 1 goal. He's an exceptional hockey player. And when you look at the track record and you look at the consistency of a player and you think, boy, he scored this many goals, and now he's going into the 3rd game. He did get a layup right at the doorstep on a deflection off Dahlberg's skate, and he just put in the empty net. That's the only point he's got. I'd start to worry a little bit and say, boy, maybe this is might be the guy that could kill us tomorrow night. You know you're going to have to worry about the Yankees line. They've just been awesome. They've given as good a performance as I can remember in a long time in this tournament.
What a nice shot that was just about 15 seconds ago. Corey Zarowski, the backup goaltender tonight for Bloomington Jefferson, went over and put his arm around Joe Casaretto. They were probably teammates a couple of years ago. Casaretto had an unfortunate experience in Bloomington Jefferson, hoped to kind of haunt them tonight in the goal for International Falls, but he didn't have the horses in front of him, and obviously didn't feel too well. But all in all, pretty good effort by International Falls, and we've got 2 great finalists. Gentlemen?
Well, Lou Nanny may go down as the world's greatest prognosticator, taking over for Morgan Mundane. Louis, you said 4-2 in this game, or 5-3, pretty close, 7-3.
Well, the Jaguars have got an explosive team, and they did pull it away. If I get as lucky tomorrow, I'm going to go to Vegas. I had that other goal by the other game, 1 goal by Rochester, so I'm going to give you my prediction tomorrow. I don't know how close it's going to be, but If it works, then Sunday I leave for Vegas.
All right.
Louis, about the only point we haven't made, and looking at the time right now, it's almost midnight. Jefferson skating that fourth line, probably to their advantage, because, you know, Rochester John Marshall's been sitting around for quite a while today. Maybe that is an advantage. It worked in Eichela's favor with Edina playing the game last year. I mean, you got to use 4 lines successfully, I'm sure, if you want to keep up by tomorrow night.
That's right, Mark. As a matter of fact, I thought that Coach Satterdahl was going to use them more. They had a big enough cushion and late enough in the game that you almost could come back with them every second shift just to rest everyone.
You just send everyone home. There's no one left behind you. See you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Tom Hanneman standing by with the assistant coach and someone who's very familiar to him. Tom?
That's right. The Bianchi family here, part of John and Tony. And congratulations. Your face said it all coming off. Pretty exciting to be in the finals.
Of course it is. You know it always is this time of year.
It means a great deal, I know, to you as well. It's kind of a dream when you can have your son not only playing in a program, but now in the state final.
You know, it's tremendous. I guess I just prefer to look at it as a, you know, a team victory. We do it together. Hey, I mean, you know, I like to sit back and savor some things, but you know, this is just a special moment for the whole team just to get there.
It had to be pretty exciting. International Falls looked like they were going to be right back in the game. In fact, they were at one point. What was the feeling of the bench at that time? A lot of confidence then?
It was tough. It was tough. You know, we let down a little bit, and we were trying to gain that back. It's tough. It's tough in a game when a team gets a puck going the other way. It's really tough. You really have to reach way back and get that extra effort that you need.
Back in the finals for the second time in the school's history. Rochester John Marshall, your assessment of them?
They're outstanding. Their defensemen are tremendous. Their goalie has been dynamite for the last 3 weeks, so we've got our work cut out for us. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a tough game.
You get excited, and certainly you want to be happy after winning a semifinal, but I get the feeling watching the team coming off, they're smiling, but they're keeping it within themselves. There's one game to go.
That's right. That's the way all the guys feel, I think. We played pretty well tonight, but I don't think well enough to win the state tournament. So hopefully tomorrow night we'll have that good game that we have and play our game, and I think we'll do it.
We'll find out. Tony and John Bianchi, congratulations. Thanks so much. Back to Sports Control.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. I think if there's one thing you like about Tony Bianchi when you do watch him play, you can see why he is the all-time leading scorer for Bloomington Jefferson, is the way he works. He's constantly working. He's perhaps the hardest worker on that team right now.
5'7", too. He's doing it all.
Right,
playing very big on the ice.
Stands well over his dad, doesn't he?
He does. Live from the St. Paul Civic Center, this is continuing coverage of the 1989 State High School Hockey